Fall back, I'm focused on my grind, yeah. I got this money on my mind, yeah. You doing you and that is fine, yeah. So why you tryna waste my time, yeah. Fall back, I'm focused on my grind, yeah. I got this money on my mind, yeah. You doing you and that is fine, yeah. So why you tryna waste my time?
How's your Memorial Day been today, Nate?
I've been asleep all day.
Yeah, been taking some time to rest. Bless
Little allergies.
you. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. So, me and Ed was just talking about, while Ed get his phone together, we was just chatting it up about shit. That's what we've been doing today, dog, and how we been, surviving this quarantine, bro. What's been your tactics to surviving the quarantine, bro?
Truthfully,
Yeah.
the honest answer,
Yeah.
vitamin D.
Oh, really?
Focusing on building what's already there instead of trying to put something in it that wasn't.
Okay. I can rock with that, man. Still sticking to the routine, probably better in the routine, We all need our multi
all day long. That's all, I 2 a day, and then I do like black seed oil. I got some different vitamins and stuff to try to boost the immune system.
Okay.
The natural way.
Most definitely,
there you go.
Man.
That's what's up, man. So, as today is Memorial Day, man, first off, I want to start off by, giving honor to my brothers from 2-1. We had a couple people that actually, we had a couple people lost their lives. We had a couple suicides and a couple just tragic deaths, man. So before we really start this show off, man, let's, I want to give a moment of silence to my brothers. Then we can go on from there. If y'all don't mind.
For sure,
little
man.
10-second silence, man. All right, man. I really appreciate that, man. So, I'm the co-host. We got the host, Manny. I don't know
Way
what
too
my
smooth,
dad right now.
He probably out doing something, man. We're gonna have him, the original DuGar. We're gonna have him on the podcast soon, And we're gonna have to chop it up with him about his like the things we don't know, when he was growing up and all the background stuff that went on, that made him who he was or whatever. So, but I want to touch bases with y'all for a second about so we all childhood friends or whatever,
Yes, sir.
I've been knowing Nate since I was about 13, 14, and I've been knowing Ed since, that's my brother, So the reason why it's special to me to have you guys on the show for Memorial Day is because you guys actually did spend some time serving the country. And I want to just, take it back, because we was having fun and everything. And, I was in a state of shock when I got news that my best friend and my big bro decided to join the fucking Marines, bro. Like, what was going through y'all head, bro? Like, and I still had 1 year left in high school, and they, we was in amigos, bro. And they just took off without the boys. Nate went first, and then he followed, then, I was on my way. But, I just wanted, Nate, y'all tell me what got y'all into the
Well, crazy story of Nate. If Nate let me tell it, then, he could tell it if he want to. But if Nate let me tell it, then, I'll tell it. But it's a crazy story how this even happened.
Honest to God, bro, for me, what really pushed me was just the lack of option. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like this was, you know, a 18-year-old Nate who, you know what I mean, thought he had everything figured out, but didn't have much planned. So it was a very inexperienced Nate. It was a very immature Nate. It was a very like still like intelligent though. You know what I mean? It's a difference between being like intelligent and wise. You know what I'm saying? So I think I just came from a place of like true like, man, like I ain't got no other options in life right now. Like I can give you the sob story, but I'll just give you the honest story. Like just like I was working at Popeyes. You know what I mean? I know y'all remember that. I was working at Popeyes. This girl I went to school with named Nicole. Shout out Nicole. She actually is in the. She was in the Army too.
Shout out Nicole.
So
Nicole put me on the job at Popeyes, and I was just like, bro, nah, I can't be here frying no chicken. I don't. This is not me. Like,
hey, it was killing fast food back then, bro.
you know, I used to work at Jules. I used to like bag groceries, push carts. I was a cashier, but this was a time where we didn't understand economics, and we didn't understand what was going on in the world at the time. But this was a beginning of recession time too. So the options that were on the table were off the table, truly. Like, you know what I'm saying? So the lack of options, it just wasn't there for us. You know what I'm saying? And I think that I saw something bigger for myself other than making po' boy sandwiches. And I made my first po' boy sandwich, and they put me on a schedule to close, and I was like, oh, I quit. I'm out. It wasn't a quit like, oh, this is too hard. It was a quit that like, this is beneath me. That's at least how I felt at the time. And I was just like, you know what, I'm going to try it out. You know what I mean? I didn't know nothing about no Marine Corps. I didn't know the Marine Corps was the tip of the spear. I didn't know that they was the first in. You know what I mean? I honest to God, was like, you know what? I'm going to go to the Marines. And I didn't know nothing about it. I was just like, I need to get out of here. And that's what happened. You know what I mean? August 21st, 2007.
So how did Ed end up? Like, how did you end up a part of the plan, bro?
No,
like,
okay.
What happened?
What happened was, you know, I was in the band, the little drum line and everything, and I wanted to go to UW Green Bay. UW Green Bay couldn't offer me the scholarship because I didn't know how to read music, and number two, because I had, you know, because of what happened, I graduated later. So Nate came up to me like, bro, I'm joining the Marines. I'm like, what? And I'm working at Wendy's at this time. And you know, bro, I used to do 16 like crazy hours at Wendy's, bro. And I kept on seeing my checks like 600, bro. Like, it was
bro,
crazy.
when I say this motherfucker was killing it, bro, he had older cats like, hey, bro, cash my check, bro. And he was cashing older cats' check and just depositing it into the bank account, bro. And like, yeah, bro, you was busting your ass though, bro. That's back when minimum wage was like $6.25, $6.50.
Bro, I remember I was making $5.25, and then Wisconsin boosted minimum wage up to $6.75. And that still wasn't enough. I was putting in 100 hours, bro. But the crazy story is, man, Nate told me, man, I'm joining the Marines. I'm like, bro, you ain't going without me, bro.
Right.
At the same time, we graduated the same year. So Nate had his recruiter contact me. Now, that's when I was, you know, smoking and stuff, dog. So I got to get pushed back. I could get sit with him. He was like, man, you keep on failing the drug test.
I had no idea that you kept flooding the drug. At least I don't remember. I knew I was gone. Like I was gone. I ain't smoked no weed. I was done with weed. I was trying to go. I was trying to get out of here.
So look, I had only like a couple options, bro. I had Motor T, the cooking thing, and then radio person, and then infantry. Those are my 4 options, right? And we're gonna get on this subject a little later, but that's due to a lot of the systematic oppression with education. But because some of that stuff that was on that test, we never even was taught, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, but you went to Bayview, so you probably was kind of taught it. You know what I mean?
That freaking ABS-BAB text.
ABS-BAB, that's what it's called.
ABS-BAB.
MAPS is the center where you go.
The ABS-BAB.
So I talked to my recruiter, who's the same recruiter for Nate. I said, you know what, bro? I might as well go all in, bro. Let me do the hardest thing. I want to travel and everything. He was like, man, then infantry is where it's at. And that's how I got to infantry, man. But the reason why I joined the Marines because my brother joined. And I'm like, bro, you ain't about to go over there without me, bro. So that's how it happened, dog.
And imagine my surprise, right? I get the news last and shit. And I'm like, nigga, where I sign up at? You know? So
we all going.
hey, we was on our way out of there. So like, dude, the crazy thing that happened with me though, right? Y'all in the Marines, I mean boot camp. I think Nate just finished boot camp and he on his way to St. Louis. And Ed was doing the repeat. And I'm sitting there, I'm just at the crib getting out of school. And my mom used to be like, hey, you got a letter from Nate, or hey, you got a letter from Ed. So like I wasn't a big writer back then, dog. But the one letter I did open said, hey bro, hey man, don't do this shit, bro.
Wait, who was it from?
Hey, it was the first one was from Nate, and then the one I had wrote, because I think I was writing you, but like when you by the time you ended your boot camp, I ended up getting another letter from you saying the same thing, bro. Like, hey, bro, don't join, bro. This some bullshit, bro. I'm like, so look,
we was getting our ass.
So look, they telling me like, man, when you graduate, we're gonna bring that check up to your graduation. You know what I mean? We're gonna be there when you cross the stage, so people know and everything. And I'm sitting here with these 2 fucking letters, like, I don't think I'm going. So like, bro, I did everything I had to, bro. And I wasn't a weed smoker then, bro. But nigga, I started blowing heavy back then, bro, just to get up out that shit. And I told dude, like, cause I was excelling. They liked it, like everything about me. You know what I'm saying? You got some broad shoulders. You'll make a good Marine. Shit, that ain't what my brothers and them telling me, though. So, like, that was like the funniest thing, bro. But like, look, hindsight is.
Look, not to interrupt you, bro.
Go ahead.
But I ain't no weak, you know what, bro.
Yeah.
So boot camp was fun, bro. But it's the 90 days, bro. It's the 90 days that get you, like, you can't escape it, you feel me? So we did everything we could to make it fun. Stealing the guidon's flag and his armband, bro. I was part of, we had made a recon squad, bro. We used to flip people out their bed that made the guy do push-ups or get what they call an IT, bro. But, bro, the thing that sucked, I was the only black dude in my No, I wasn't the only black dude. The guy was black. I was the only black non-guy in my what they call it, the
company or your platoon.
Platoon, yeah. Bro, they made the super squad of 5, bro. Every day, bro, we got IT, bro. Every day. And they used to pick on me, bro, because like we used to, those drills. Parade, rest. Bro, I know I'm doing it good, bro. or the little gun drills and stuff, bro. Huh, click, pop. You know what I'm saying? They used to mess with me, bro, and I used to just go one up the stairs, bro. I'm like, bro, one time I got water ITs, bro. Like, drink a whole bunch of water, bro. That's why I was like, bro, you ain't gonna survive, bro.
Listen.
You can't be rebellious, bro.
Hey, but and I was, but my question is this. Nigga, you went in about close to 200 and something pounds, bro. You don't think that was part of the reason why they was making you do all that extra work, bro?
Yeah, look, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. So. Yeah, he was double rap. Look, but this is crazy. So I lost so much weight, right, that by my 3rd month, they put me on double rations, bro.
It was working your ass.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, like in the morning, bro, remember the little sand pit, bro? By the barbershop? Bro, I was in the sand pit every morning, bro. In the sand pit every morning. Bro, I'm telling you. And then, bro, it used to be like 10 of them, bro, around me, bro. And because I was in, I think,
Golf
Delta.
company.
Golf? No,
it was a golf company.
No, it wasn't, bro. It was Delta.
What? You was some weeks behind me. I was Charlie Company.
Bro, man, you got my book, right?
Golf company, man. I'm telling you, you were Golf Company or something like that.
Man, you got my book.
Yes, I do have your book. I don't have it on hand. I don't have it on hand, though, bro.
Bro, I told this dude, hey, bro, send me my book. He's like, all right, that nigga still got my book.
No, he said it like he had it readily handy. Like,
right. Hey, like I probably would have got up and went and got it. You know what I'm saying? But
look. I'm just saying, bro. You got to be a strong-minded person, and also, bro, you just got to fight. You got to fight for who you are, bro, in that, dog. Because sometimes you're going to have to step up to them like, nah, bro, y'all not about to do this to me, bro. And it was one day, bro, I was like there for like couple of weeks, and they had like 5 or 6 drill instructors around me, bro. Piranha. Like Gary Coleman, bro. They used to call me Gary Coleman, and I had to say, what you talking about, Willis? Like, bro, I'm telling you, bro, like, this ain't no joke, bro. Yeah. They trying to break you, bro. They got mad at me because they couldn't break me, bro.
Dillard thinks he's a gangster. Oh, you're a gangster, huh?
He think he's gangster because he's from Milwaukee, huh? Like, bro, I'm telling you, bro. And it's like, what really sucked about it, because when I was part of that super squad, right? It was like weekly, and then people, bro, I'm telling you, bro, if one person can push up, bro, you all got to lay on the ground, bro. And I would get up, bro, like, dog, stop crying, bro. Stop being a bitch. Like, bro, I'm telling you, bro, for real, bro. They used to be crying in that mud, bro. Like, crying. Because they got, oh, God, I can't push up no more. And you got the drill instructor on the floor. Push.
You're going to die, Dillard.
Oh, DuGar think it's funny, huh?
You're going to Iraq.
5 more. I was like, oh.
You're going to Iraq and you're going to die.
So what? Like, okay, so y'all get through boot camp, and then this is when it get interesting. Mm-hmm. Y'all took 2 different paths, right? Mm-hmm. So Ed ends up going. Well, Ed's end up in what, San Diego, right? And you stand on base. Right?
I've been Oceanside,
okay.
Technically San Diego County, yes.
Okay, and you stayed on base, and Nate, you also stayed on base in St. Louis, right?
Well, I had Marine combat training, and Ed had infantry training.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Did I see you there?
Yeah, you was like your 4th week or something like that, because y'all only did.
We did 3 weeks. Or
3 weeks,
like
yeah. You was like on your 2nd week or something. When I was first getting in.
We had to do that 15K.
Oh! Listen, okay, look. People don't understand this, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They talk about West Coast Marines too, like how we, you know,
They call us
ain't ready for the
Hollywood
mountains.
Marines, but we got the mountains, bro. Right?
They got the sand fleas, but we got the mountains.
We got the mountains, bro. So Hollywood that, motherfucker.
Hollywood Marine, that's a
But
so when y'all
let
did,
me tell you my story with the infantry training though.
yeah, that's after.
Okay, go ahead.
Because it's weird because I end up staying there as actually like 5 months, yeah.
Yeah, because they had delayed. They had delays.
I had a delay. Then I end up going to was it Bravo Company? I think it was Alpha Company, right? I get picked up by Alpha Company. I'm bunk mates. I'm trying to be a motorman. So I'm bunk mates with this other black dude. He's from Chicago. Man, we going out. We, you know what I'm saying, doing our thing. And he trying to get kicked out. I was trying to get kicked out, bro. No lie, bro. I was trying to get kicked out. So I'm, you know, doing my thing. And we had a piss test the next day. I didn't fail. So I'm like, damn, dog. Like, how could I get kicked out? Like, so, but this crazy got even weirder because the dude ended up going UA, right?
You know what that means, right?
Huh? What they call it?
He went missing, basically.
He went missing. He just left.
Came back.
So they asked me like, "Oh, do you know where he went?" I'm like, "Man, I don't know where he went." You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna snitch. Like I know where he went, but I ain't gonna snitch. So, they bring me in the room. I go out the room, bro. I hear them like, nah, I really don't want to say it, but I hear them being racist, bro, for real. So, and I'm not trying to say racism is like, but it is some racist people in the Marine Corps, bro. Period. So I go and talk to my first sergeant. About it, bro. I'm like, look, because believe me or not, you remember Cedric Hayes?
Cedric who?
Yeah, I remember Cedric, bro, from Custody.
He was in my same company, bro. That's why I wish I could have had him on there. He remember when I got, bro, me and him, bro, we used to get into it, bro, with these sergeants, bro, because they were so, like, weird, bro. It was kind of like racism, bro. Like, for real, no bullshit. Like, they used to fuck with us, bro, heavy, bro. And that's why I'm like, bro, I'm going to talk to my first sergeant about this. Like, look, bro, I'm outside. I heard him use the N-word, bro. And you trying to, like, talk like, oh, he think he a rapper, blah, nigga, like that, bro. I swear to God on my mama, bro. And then they kicked me out the company, bro.
So Nate, did you experience anything interesting or like off-putting like that?
Mr. Dillard have a way of flying under the radar, man. I just, you know what I'm saying? I'm a smooth on by. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna have no problems with nobody. Ain't nobody gonna have no problem with me. And if we gonna have no problem, we gonna have a problem at night. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, any of the racism that I experience, we handle it at night. When everybody sleep, we meet up, you know what time it is, and we gonna box it out, and then we gonna go back to sleep, ain't nothing happen. That's how we handle it.
So like,
that's how we handle all our problems in boot camp and in Marine combat training at night. So we're cool with the scribe and the guide and everybody that's up at that night. Look, Dillard fighting dude at this time. We gonna fight, and then that's gonna be the end of it.
Hey, that's really how it went down. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, bro, this is the craziest thing ever because I got sent back to what they call it, waiting period. What they call that? Where I had to go back, bro. And wait. I injured my knee. And so I get sent to medical. But the crazy thing is, bro, I had sergeant and them that was fuck with me over there too, dog. Like, I got NJP, bro. And
I ain't never got NJP.
Bro, I got NJP twice. So listen though, I got NJP because the sergeant was like, if I take you to the back of these trees over here in these bushes, you think you can whoop my ass? I said, hell yeah. In front of the staff sergeant and everything, bro. And I got NJP for that, bro. How I get NJP and dude asking me a question about that, bro? That was crazy to me, bro. So look, I go see the first sergeant of that, bro. And he like, look, man, what's going on? Like, you know, what's going on? I'm like, man, I'm not really doing nothing. I would never forget his name. His name was First Sergeant John, bro. His last name was John, bro. I never heard of that.
First name, last name.
First name, last name, yes.
Yeah.
And he ended up being my first sergeant for the company that I went to, right? And, you know, I'm not trying to take over the story and everything, but my military career was kind of weird because I ended up going to Charlie, and I still was trying to be a 41, and I ended up being the leader of the motormen, bro.
Oh, that's what's up, though.
So that means, bro, on every hike, you got to bring people to the front and everything, bro. Nate know what I'm talking about, bro. So
that's how I got promoted.
I got meritoriously promoted, bro. I was the smallest dude, bro. Smallest dude.
Mm-hmm.
Got meritoriously promoted, bro.
Yep.
And I remember those hikes, bro. Those hikes was brutal, bro. We just had to keep on pushing it, bro. They used to make you fill your bag up to 75 pounds, bro. They would weigh that shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That shit and you hiking with that, it was so weird, bro. But we got through it.
So you spent some time overseas, and this is where y'all story different. You decide not to go overseas, or I don't know what happened.
I can give you the story. I'll tell you exactly what happened. Basically, man, I'm being honest with you, man, I got hurt. I was in truck driving school, and you know, man, honestly, bro, I used to be like, man, I don't want to do this no more, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's weak. Like, I got somebody always on my neck or my back about something, how I walk, my hands in my pocket, and all this shit like that, you know. And then you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like the racism, like, oh, you want to walk like you a gangster. I'm like, that's how I walk. What you talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm be honest with you, man, like what happened to me never happened to me since that time. It was almost if something God wanted to happen. You know what I'm saying? I was driving the truck for a long ass time.
How many hours?
How long? Huh?
How many hours?
I don't know. It was a long ass time though. It was longer than I ever drove in my life. And it was very cold out. And in these particular trucks, there was no heat.
Yep. I remember those.
So
hey, the heat worked when it was hot. The AC worked when it was cold.
Don't make any sense. But that's what it was. Because Marine get the bottom of the barrel, everything. Gear, all that. You know what I'm saying? We get the hand-me-downs of everybody, every other military branch, we get the hand-me-downs of that shit. We don't get new shit like that. So regardless, I was driving the truck. You know, I was learning how to drive the 17 tons, 15 tons. I was motor T, 35, 31. And I was driving, man. I was driving on this dirt road. And what I felt, it was like it seemed like it was some gas coming out into the cabin. And I was inhaling the gas. And I don't know, it was like all of this became numb.
Oh, damn.
All of this. And I told the sergeant I was driving with, I can't feel my hands. I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't feel my hands. And I was stuck on the steering wheel, straight up. He had to, I had to stop the truck, because you got to follow, you riding in formation, like, you know what I'm saying? You got to stay behind another truck for so many, you know what I mean, a certain length. And I stopped. I was like, I cannot drive. I can't feel my hands. Sergeant, I don't know what's going on with me. He, like, you know what I'm saying? And I pulled over, my hands on the steering wheel. He pressed a little button to put in park. and he literally took my hands, ripped them off this thing, and they ended up calling medic. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I can't move my hands. I don't know. Like, I was like this for like 2 days. Couldn't move my hands. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? And from that happening, I got pushed out the Marines. From that happening, that one time.
So do you feel like it was kind of like divine intervention?
I honestly felt like it was divine intervention.
Yeah,
like God was taking me from something and just directing my path in another way. And with the pastor that I had at the time said, "You're not gonna stay in the Marines." I promised to God. I didn't know how that was gonna happen. Ask Naira's mother to this day. She was on the phone when he told me. He told me, "You not staying in the Marines. You about to get out." I didn't know how that was gonna happen.
Hey, just to let y'all know, I just talked to 94. He said he's joining right now. So,
well, we gotta kind of wrap this up. So, you know, if you join within the next 5 minutes, then that'll be what's up. But it was, you can hear me, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, look, we got them in the building.
What you mean you gotta wrap this up, bro? It's only been like, what up, bro?
Got a time limit, bro.
Get me off, bro. What's good?
What's up, man? Hey, I'm gonna say this. I appreciate having y'all on the recorded portion of the podcast, man. We'll probably extend this after this or whatever. But Nate, I'm gonna have you on, man. We're gonna have to talk about your post-Marine career and everything you're doing. And Ed, bro, my co-host, man. You know, you got anything you want to say to Nate before we get out of here, bro?
Hey, man. First off, man, I really appreciate you, man. You know, like I said, man, you my brother. I think we've known each other for a long time. A long time, man. And for real, I was ready to go to war with you, my nigga, for real. So
that's what I appreciate, man. If I say salute to you, man, you know what I'm saying? Because you know what I mean? Like I felt like we were always brothers in arms. Like from the time, even in kindergarten, all the way up to the time we went to the Marines together. We was always brothers in arms. No matter what we did, you know what I'm saying? I always felt like, you know what I mean? Bottom line, we got that relationship. Me, you, and Manny, like we kind of like we was the same age, so Eric kind of wasn't in the loop. Like, no, for real. But this is real talk. Like, I'm not gonna sit here in front. I'm gonna be real. So like we was all like bottom line. If we had to go to war, I know who to call. And I appreciate you all, man. And I salute to everybody that lost their life in combat and things like that. You know what I mean? PTSD is real. You know what I mean? And
that's the thing I want to talk on before we leave today. I don't know if you're going to extend this, like, just to have a regular conversation with each other. But today, man, don't tell somebody, "Oh, that's been so long ago, get over it," or don't just dismiss them, because at the end of the day, yes, we might have only known these people for 2 years or 1 year, but it's not about that. It's about, that's my brother because I've been through something with him and
that you never go through with nobody else.
Thank you. And it's like the amount of hours that you spend with somebody may be the same amount of hours that you spent with your brothers and them for like 10 years. That's what people don't understand. It's like, oh, you only knew them for 2 years. Why are you so sad? It's like, I lost my best friend. My best friend, I spent, like, Zayas, I lost my best friend Zayas, and I lost one of my best friend named Emmanuel Gonzalez, bro. I spent pretty much every day with them, bro, and they still on my heart every day, because you can't replace that. You can't replace going through the amount of, like, we got to get through this. You can't replace that. And it's just, a lot of us are going through mentally, and instead of just, you know, quitting on us or I wouldn't say quitting, but just like not trying to understand, just embrace who we are and just be like, okay, what can I do to help? Because you in our life for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I
rock with that, bro.
I still go through things, bro. And today I would just say this, I'm gonna end it on this. I had a friend today. I told her what I was going through. This I was like, man, it's gonna be a tough week for me. You know, I got a lot of people. You know, she called me up. She said, "Hey, where you at?" I'm in Cedar Hill, whatever. I'm like, all right, cool. Like I'm at the gas station where, you know, she pulled up on me. She said, you know what? I just wanted to give you a hug. And that was the realest thing ever, because people don't realize how hard this day is for a lot of guys that serve, especially when you go in the theater, dude. So
that's real,
I'm just
bro.
saying, embrace who we are. And if you accept the challenge, accept it and just ride with us, because we're still trying to adapt to normalcy. Because it's different. You know what I mean? It's different. Certain things, like me losing my phone, it may make me go somewhere that I don't want to go, you know, because it's like, that's like a panic for me, like an anxiety, like, where my phone at? Where my phone at? You know what I mean? Like, just embrace who we are and just try to calm us down the best we can, and make sure we stay on that path to getting, it ain't no normalcy no more, just staying sane, staying who you fell in love with us for, staying who your brother is, staying, just making him feel wanted, because it's a lot of guys out here that we know that we're not normal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll say this. I do support mental health as well as physical health, and I feel like, you know, us as a black race, especially as black men, we need to invest more into our mental and our physical health. And if you see your people going do anything, bro, I'm always an advocate for opening up your mouth and and opening up your heart and your ears, bro, and creating an atmosphere that a person can be free around you. All my people know they can call me and talk to me about whatever, bro. And I might be hard on you, but shit is better than me than life. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know, I appreciate the fact that she gave you that hug, bro. And I feel like we all need to, you know, take a step back from what we feel is common sense or normalcy, and just realize, man, that's not really a thing. And at the end of the day, bro, we support each other, we love each other, bro, and that's all we have is each other, bro. So, you know, I'm gonna wrap it up with my favorite song, man, and I'm gonna let y'all get up out of here, man. Y'all have a nice one, man. I'm gonna chop it up with y'all later.
That's what I'm saying.
It's the end, bro. You know?
Fall back, I'm focused on my grind, yeah. I got this money on my mind.